started by giving all praises, honor, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bahakadash. I want to give them honor to the apostles and the elders great millstone who taught us. Me included, this 100% truth to point to the spirits of be Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings and hope for elect out there. Portion this word to the four corners of the earth, into sincerity. Be blessed to you, hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the elect to our Shalom. Salatu. And once again, I want to say, call hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bahakadash. Giving our Hakodash, the Holy Spirit, to this lesson on today. We're willing to feed you, man, the sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So I got a video through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Shai. And I just want to go into the elder, I think it's the elder Malcolm. He posted this post, on YouTube. He posted this post on YouTube, and it says, despite making up only 28% of the U.S. population, the FBI data shows that white men, aka Esau Edom, so-called white man, are 55% of the kidnappers, 55% of the rapists, 56% of the rapists, 58% of the mass poppers. It's not. It's lucky. It says 59% of the child porn arrest, 62% of stationary rapists, aka pedalites, 63% of pro. I don't want to say so many things. I just say pro. 68% of the 1934 NFA defenders, right? And I'm gonna have the screenshot of this so you can see it. And 75% of in-chest preparators, right? If I said that right. So this nigga Esau is over half of the 55 of the kid pappers, the rapists, the mass poppers, the child porn, pro, and the rest is on this. He's over 50% of all of them. And when it comes to incest, right? Hope I don't get strike for that. When it comes to that, he's 75%. You see? And then even with that, right? Recently, a brother in our camp, the priest Jaquab, he sent a post. Well, he sent a screenshot of the comment section of the furry mustache. You already know what I'm talking about. That was part of the knot trees, right? The knot trees. We got to do all this code work. The knot trees, and with the furry mustache dude from Germany. But the comments was pretty much saying like we should have listened, because the first comment said we owe Germany a big apologies. It says if the news is fake, imagine how bad history is. Crazy how propaganda still works still 75 years later. We've been lied to about everything. So everybody's coming up to speed on this nigga Esau's the devil. The prophets, the past pretty Yahweh they have always said this nigga was a devil, man. They've been saying it for years. Jake is just now kind of getting more hip to it. But even with that, Jake's still not fully hip to it, because despite knowing this nigga the devil, or understand, okay, he's the devil, the white man ain't shit, right? They still would trust in this. They still gonna trust in this nigga's system, you see? But I just want to pull a couple pieces just going to the aspect of how this nigga Esau, so-called white man, he would be revealed in his time. Slacking, man, my allergies. Shit. But this is Nahum chapter 3, which just talks about Nineveh. But we know that Sodom, we know this is spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, Sodom, spiritual Egypt. It's spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, and this is spiritual Nineveh. A lot of those those ancient kingdoms. It's a spiritual version of them. You read about that in Revelation 17. It says that how she's a mother of all abominations, right? So this is Nahum 3, right? And I'm gonna start at 4. It says, because of the multitude of thy whoredoms, of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, right? The harlot who is talking about Babylon the Great America, right? Well, essentially Nineveh, but you could tie this to Babylon the Great America. When you read Revelation, it even likens Babylon the Great America as a harlot, the woman that rideth upon the beast. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, and selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I, the Yahweh am against thee, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts. And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. Right? What does that mean? That means the skirts is going to be blown up. And if a woman, usually when a woman's skirt is lifted up, you see what they'll call the goodies. The stuff that's supposed to be hidden. You see her, you know, you uncover her secrets. Right? It says, I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. You see? And that's what's being shown right now, man. People, nations are seeing the nakedness of this nigga Esau. Here it is, we got a post on Twitter by Rebecca Jones. I don't even know who that is, but it looks like a black woman. Showing you evidence of how Esau, according to FBI, right? Esau is over 50% of what's on his list. The closest he has to being under 50% is neither of them, because they're all over 55%, all of them. Except for the first one, which starts at 50%, is the nappers. That's the closest he is to not being over 50%. But than that, he's the buddy. And that's far, and that's really pushing. He really ain't close on none of them. He's far-fetched, man. This is the devil. This is the wicked. So into the scriptures, man. Let's get that, man. Let's get that. Because he's, I just say how Satan has even arrayed himself as an angel of light. That's what Esau does. He tries to depict himself as a white person, right? Because white meaning pure. I'm pure. I'm the angels. I'm the Lord. Nah, nigga, you the devil. Nigga, you the wicked of the earth. It's Malachi 1 in verse 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Abishai of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. You see, these people, the Lord has righteous anger with forever. And they're known as the border of wickedness. You see? They're known as the border of wickedness. Not the border of righteousness, not the border of purity, the border of wickedness, which means what? They're the territory where wickedness resides. Everywhere they go to set foot, wickedness follows them. You can read about that in First Maccabees. It says when Alexander and his kings, right, was reigning, wickedness was multiplied throughout the earth, man. Wickedness is multiplied throughout the earth, and it's being shown. This nigga the devil is being shown the true agendas, the true mannerism, shit, the true mannerism of this individual, man. Shit, probably gotta take some allergy pills, man. But let me get this in Obadiah. Shit, it's like I'm tripping. Oh, it says Obadiah 1. I'll start with it. It says, as a matter of fact, let me Obadiah 1, and I want to see it 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" And we know this is done by way of the prophets. This is done by way of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, revealing those particular things. We just read in Nahum 3, the Lord said, "I would discover thy secret parts. I would lift up thy skirt." You see? So essentially, those things are searched out. Those things are sought out by Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by using his prophets. And then not only is he using his prophets, he uses social media. The platform that Esau uses, he uses social media, right? Because the person that exposed Esau on these particular things wasn't even social media. And then, I mean, what isn't even the prophet necessarily didn't say that. But even to go even further, the Lord making this nigga tongue fall upon himself. See, he's talking about the FBI. Esau owns the FBI. He's making his own tongue to fall upon himself. You see, right? So when you jump down to verse 10, it says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. Thou should be cut off forever." And that's what happened. And the shame is big. See, because this nigga's just gonna. I made a video not too long ago, but this nigga Esau is gonna start slandering the prophets, right? And our scripture said, "The accuser of our brother is cast down." But as he's trying to slander us, what's happening is there's a slandering happening upon him. You know, there's a shame. There's a shame. Damn, what's the word I was looking for? There's a shame. I just said there's a shame inquisition coming upon him. You know, see, a great inquisition upon him, and the shame is coming forth. Niggas being shamed for all the shit that he's been doing, man. That was happening, right? And the reason this is being done because we're in that time where Esau needs to be taken out of rulership, right? So I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna end up with this. Is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 7 says, "For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work." And who was the mystery of iniquity during the times of the Romans? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And we're in a revival of the Roman Empire. So this nigga's still in act. It says, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So the Lord is allowing Esau to do these particular things because of prophecy. And in due time, his judgment will come. And we know his judgment is close because before the judge smacks the hammer in the act of court, there must be somebody testifying, and then right now he's being testified about by the prophets, by his own self, and wicked by the wicked of the nation of Israel, and even by these other fucking heathens, man. They're testifying of this nigga's wickedness and the stuff that he's doing throughout the earth. But it began first with the prophets, right? It says, "And then shall the wicked be revealed." So when his time has come, he's going to be revealed, right? "Whom the Lord shall come with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." Right? So he's going to win the time of the devil being revealed, because we're in the time of the judgment of the devil. We're in the time of Esau, Edom being brought down. So, Lord, this is edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai. Ephesians 11, she's of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai. And with the end, I'm saying, call on Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. We'll get to my order to the apostles and the elders of the real son, to y'all.